Hello, wonderful galactic beings. I would like to celebrate something wonderful that happened yesterday, and it is Pluto entered the sign of Aquarius. So, although I'm not an astrologer, I do believe in seasons. I mean, we do have 4 seasons on planet Earth, and we also have seasons in our solar system, and probably we have universal seasons. So, looking at our solar system, the last time Pluto entered the sign of Aquarius was 248 years ago. And what happened then? So there was the American Revolution, followed by the French Revolution. And if we cycle back another season, there was Copernicus that introduced the heliocentric theory, which was his belief that it wasn't Earth that was centering the universe, but it was the sun that centered the solar system. So what does that mean for us today? Basically, for the next 20 years, we are entering a time of total transformation. We are entering a time of innovation, of revolution, and we're entering a time that might feel very disruptive to some of us. I also believe it is a time that is based on honesty, transparency, on authenticity, on quality, on enjoyment. So if you haven't been watching my previous videos, I talk a lot about the consciousness levels as developed by Dr. David R. Hawkins. And I also want to read something to you from his book, The Map of Consciousness Explained. And so I basically see the similarities of now Pluto entering this time of Aquarius, this new season that is going to empower the many, because this is all about empowering the many and not the few. And anything that is based on honesty, transparency, and also products that are being developed and solutions that are being offered that's going to benefit the many, so the entirety of humanity and not just the few, out of self-interest, I think that's going to prevail. That's going to bring sustainable change, true sustainable change. And I'm going to read something to you from his book, which is really fascinating because he's talking about how to achieve success, because he was a true believer of doing inner work. And this inner work is going to change the way you see things from within. And this is going to lead to success, because it's not what you do or what you have that's going to lead to success, but it's the way of being, of your being, of that's going to lead to success. So this is sort of based on his theory. I would like to read this to you, okay? The fact that you should be the best in something may appeal to you, but is it of interest to other people? No. If you have a service and attitude that helps others achieve their goals, then you have an enterprise with universal appeal. So he's talking a lot about this universal appeal, which has a stronger attractor field than anything based on lower levels of consciousness. Ambition alone does not yield success, but if the purpose is to make this a better world to live in, for everyone, or to increase the safety, joy, and beauty of life, everyone can subscribe to that. Coming from a universal principle is coming from power. Coming from self-interest is coming from force and leads to counter-force. So when he talks about power versus force, he clearly says all the consciousness levels, basically from shame, guilt, fear, anger, up to desire, they are based on force. So the desire of controlling, of controlling an outcome, or it's based on coercion. You know, if you don't do this, then this will happen to you. So you need to consume this product, otherwise this will happen. So this is more or less control of outcome, coercion, and or fear mongering. What else? Guilt. You know, instilling guilt into people. Oh, if you don't do this, then you're guilty of not doing the right thing. So that sort of business model in general, and also our way of interacting with other people. So this is clearly not only on an individual basis, like our relationships, personal relationships, our friendships, our business relationships. We're talking about, you know, the collective as well. So an enterprise, a business that clearly does not have a foundation of transparency or honesty towards their customers, or is proclaiming something, preaching something but doing something else, they're going to have trouble within this period of Pluto entering Aquarius. So and I'm going to go ahead and read to something else. So we're talking about attraction. So what does it mean with attraction? Attraction means everything that is based on willingness, acceptance, reason, nothing that is warped, no warped facts. So true science, let's say, honest science, which is ever developing because we are always learning. What else? The offering or promotion of joy, of love, all of these things. So quality, graciousness, nobility. So all of these things have stronger attractive fields. So I'm going to read this to you. In relation to attractions and promotion. Okay, promotion comes from force. The rule of the universe is that force meets with counterforce. Persuasion meets with sales resistance. The more money you spend on promotion, the higher you are going to have to raise your market price. Hence, you will eventually create a price resistance ceiling and narrow the gap between your product and that of your competitor. What attracts and builds your success without any time, energy, or effort? Your reputation does that. Your reputation is not a fake image that you hire some marketing corporation to fabricate, but rather the real genuineness of your endeavor, which shines forth and is evident to everyone in everything that you do. Some companies' very names or labels evoke a warm feeling in us because they have proved themselves over time to provide a product or service that is well crafted, trustworthy, and unique, with reliable and responsive customer service. So I wanted to end with this. Really, it's not a really long video, but I just wanted to plant a seed. So I think the next 20 years is going to be based on this idea that we need to interact with each other on a personal level and also within businesses with honesty, authenticity. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as we are honest, transparent, and as long as we mean well, authentically mean well, and if we promote enjoyment and something that benefits all. And I think it's a really exciting time to be in. It might feel very disruptive, so you might want to buckle up. But I think in the long run, it's going to be very empowering for human beings all over the planet. So I'm really excited, and stay luminous, just hang on in there, and don't get divided by polarities, dualities. Try to stay neutral. It will probably be a disruptive, transformative time, and but everything will be all right.